Hey there, Colonial Heights. It's Mr. Wiseman, and we've got some music to talk about. All right. Now, remember, we have talked since the very beginning of the school year about beat, and then later on we started talking about rhythm. Beat is constant. Boom, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, 4 beats in a measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beat 1 is a strong beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then rhythm, it can be different. It can be the same as the beat. If the rhythm is the same as the beat, that's 1 sound per beat. We call those, remember, these are called quarter notes. Starts with a Q, quarter notes, just like the coin, quarter. And they can also be like this, not only just like this, like we've always seen, but also like this. And when we count them in rhythm, we say the word ta, 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 ta. And when that happens, the quarter note is the same as the beat. The rhythm and the beat are the same. Yes, I'm in my backyard out here at my house, and there's lots of traffic going on right now. Let's see. Oh, people are supposed to be already home eating supper by now. I don't know what people are doing driving around. They're supposed to be home anyway. But if we want to have 2 beats or rather 2 sounds per beat, we have these 2 notes. It looks just like quarter notes, but they have this bar across, okay, or beam across connecting them. That makes them 8th notes. 8th notes. Can you see the word 8 in 8th? We just put an H at the end of 8, and it makes it 8th notes. Okay? And yes, they can be this way as well. Whether they're this normal way or this way depends on where they are on the staff. If they're high on the staff, they're going to look like this. If they're low on the staff, they're going to look like this. Okay? The stems go up when they're low. The stems go down when they're high. Just opposite. But remember, when we're counting rhythm on 8th notes, we say T-T. Okay? T-T, 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 T-T. Here's the beat. T-T, 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 T-T. 2 sounds on every beat. T-T, 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 T-T. All the traffic's gone now. All right, good. Now, remember, we talked about percussion instruments, right? What are percussion instruments? They're instruments that we hit, shake, or scrape, okay? Now, when we hit, shake, or scrape instruments, we call those percussion instruments, and a drum is a basic percussion instrument. You're hitting it. Now, this isn't really a drum. This is a plastic container from my wife's kitchen, and it was empty, and I thought, I'm going to use it because I need a drum, and all my drums are up there at the school, and I'm not supposed to be in the school right now because they're trying to keep it clean and germ-free, okay? Not that I'm germy, but you know what I mean. All right, but listen, I got a plastic spoon. Now listen to the other side. What's the difference? One side is higher, one side is lower. This is the low side. This is the high side. Different sounds from the same container. It could be fun. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. And we can have all kinds of fun like that. Now, before you grab your mom's plastic containers or even a pot, please, please, please ask permission first. Do not grab your mom's pots and start banging on them without asking permission first. Here's why. A very important lesson for life. Your mom got those pots from somebody special, or she got them at a special time in her life. So they mean a lot to her. So what I'm saying is, you don't just go in there and grab them and start banging on them. Maybe she will let you play on them. Maybe she'd rather you not. Maybe she'd rather get you a plastic container instead of her pots. And that's why I got the plastic container, because they're light, they're easier to carry, and they're still fun to play. Now, shaker instruments can be made. These are old yogurt containers. They have a snap-on lid, and then I cleaned them out, kept them for a long time, used them to keep things in, like screws and nuts and bolts and things like that. Maybe your dad does that too. But it's something I learned from my dad. But inside, this one is rice. I put a little bit of rice and I made a shaker out of it. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. And this one I put pebbles, small pebbles. See them? Can you see the pebbles? Now, what have I just modeled for you that has to do with loud and soft? Remember, it starts with a D, sounds like it might explode. Dynamics, dynamics. How loud or soft a sound is, how loud or soft the music is. And so, soft with the rice, loud with the rocks. So whether it's loud or soft depends on what you put in the shaker instrument. And you put beans, you can put beads, you can put marbles, but they're not going to make all that much rattling sound unless you have a big plastic container, maybe like this. Put marbles in a big plastic container, and that would be really, really loud. And you can walk around the house and be loud, 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 loud. Or you can be soft, 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 soft. So soft, the traffic drowns it out. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to make this next lesson inside, but I enjoyed being outside with you guys. I've taken some video. I wanted to show you some flowers and a pine tree that we have in our backyard, and another tree that's very pretty and has little purple blooms on it. But anyway, remember, eighth notes are ti-ti, quarter notes are ta, quarter notes are one sound per beat. The beat is constant, very constant. But the rhythm can change, but the rhythm can change. So rhythm has to do with what we're talking about with quarter notes and eighth notes. Beat is always constant, it's always going on. So you can make your own little instruments, shaker instruments, out of little yogurt containers with lids or any little plastic container with lids. Put rice for a soft sound, rocks for a louder sound, a bigger plastic container to make your drum. So have fun, count your rhythms as you play. That's one way to keep this going. And as you're playing, especially if you're doing a drum, you can be soft and loud. Have fun, guys. Here's some of the flowers that are beginning to bloom out. Some of them bloomed and already were shriveled up, but there are other buds ready to bloom out. It's going to be exciting here in a couple of days. This is a pine tree in our backyard. Look at all the baby pine cones on it. Isn't that cool? Later on, they'll grow and mature and eventually fall down to be like these pine cones on the ground. This tree has beautiful little purple flowers on it. Let's see if I can zoom in on some of them. They're very pretty. They cover the whole tree. When it's in bloom, it's very, very beautiful.